What is going on, guys? It's your boy Trent back with a video. Today's video is going to be something a little different. Never have done anything quite like this before. But today, have a very special guest with me on here, Crisco. So, Crisco, it's good to have you here, man.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks. First time, first time doing a little stream with you like this, as far as talking about a bowl game, and hopefully we got many more coming up in the future.
Okay, for the people who don't know who you are, can you tell a little bit about yourself, kind of tell about your channel, kind of stuff like that?
Yeah, my name is Crisco, and I have a channel called Crisco's Country Life, and we talk about all kind of stuff. We got goats and talk LSU, Saints, a little bit of everything. Do some reviews, all kind of fun stuff. Live out in the woods, sing some Hank Williams Jr. Just hopefully, have some fun and above all, entertainment. So, yeah, that's what we do. We're getting ready for that bowl game against Kansas State.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the LSU versus Kansas State game. And I guess we'll just kind of dive right into it. So the game is this Tuesday, January the 4th, at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. This is the Texas Bowl. Now, LSU sits on the season versus Kansas State, which is 7-5. And I'll go through both teams' records here right quick. So LSU is sits. Their wins are against Miami State, Central Michigan, Mississippi State, Florida, ULM, and Texas A&M. That is the 6 wins for LSU. Their 6 losses are UCLA, Auburn, Kentucky, Ole Miss, Alabama, and Arkansas. Now Kansas State 7-5. Their wins are against Stanford, Southern Illinois, Nevada, Texas Tech, TCU, Kansas, and West Virginia. Their 5 losses are from Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, Iowa State, Baylor, and Texas. Now, also in this matchup, now Kansas State is favored by 3.5 points. The spread, I believe, is around, 54, 55 points. So, Crisco, what is your thoughts on this game, man? Just kind of tell me all the information.
Okay, well, I did take a little time here. First of all, great job. I can tell you did your research on the game. So that's a lot of good stuff. Well, I'm gonna tell you, you know, first things first. Let's talk about who's gonna be quarterback for LSU in this game.
Yeah, that's the question I'm gonna ask you here in a minute.
So, okay, so y'all probably know that Max Johnson transferred to Texas A&M, and he was starting quarterback for most of the season. He did split time with Nussmeier, Garrett Nussmeier, but then it came down to that red shirt. So what happened is, Nussmeier got kind of caught. So we don't even know if Nussmeier is going to be available now. LSU tried to get with the NCAA and lift the red shirt for the bowl game, but it's not looking like it's going to happen. Just a couple of days from the game, we still don't know for sure what's going on. So I have the names of the guys that I think are going to be starting. So right now it's looking like a guy named Jontre Kirkland. I don't know, Trent, have you've heard of Jontre Kirkland? He's a wide receiver.
No, to be honest with you, never heard of him until you told me about him.
So that's what I'm hearing from the message boards, and that's what I'm hearing. He played quarterback in high school for Lutcher High School in Louisiana. He's an athlete, 5'11", 186 pounds. The other quarterbacks on the roster, Tavian Falk, these guys are both freshmen, okay? Tavian Falk, number 12, 6'1", 167 pounds, from Carencro, Louisiana, okay? And then we got another guy, Matt O'Dowd, number 19, 6'2", 199 pounds. He's also a freshman from Plantation, Florida. So that's an interesting thing. We're trying to figure out what's going on with that. Also, it's looking like some of the top players for Kansas State, Felix Uzama, with 11 sacks on the season. I'm
Yeah.
looking a little bit because I'm not gonna lie to you. As an LSU fan, I haven't watched any of Kansas State's games. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to scout the opponents. You know,
Yeah. Doing some research. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then Deuce Vaughn, man, this little dude. I had to look at
Oh.
this. Again. You know who I'm talking about? 5'6",
Oh, I
100.
know exactly what you're talking about.
He's averaging
He's your
almost,
best player, hands down.
yeah. He's averaging almost 6 yards a carry and 15 touchdowns and almost 1,300 yards on the season. So yeah, we looking towards that. So yeah.
Okay, so going back to the quarterback situation,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
Now, who do you think LSU should start, and who do you hope LSU will start?
Well, I would have wanted Nussmeier. You know, I would have wanted Nussmeier to
Yeah,
come in and start, and that's a lot of. I'll tell you what, as far as LSU talk, that's actually a big thing right now. Is should not as an LSU quarterback should Nussmeier have have been playing in the game? What's the deal with that? I don't know. Okay, all I know is. Um, he's gonna lose a whole year, but does he go ahead and start? That's I don't know. It's a
yeah,
situation.
that's the biggest question.
Yeah, it's a situation that we in. As far as who I hope starts, well, I mean, I guess you got to go with Kirkland. The only thing is, either one of the three guys we have available have never started a game for LSU at quarterback or even taken a snap, man, and they're gonna start in a bowl game. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's I guess we'll see. It is what it is. We'll see. Next man up, we'll see how it
yeah.
goes.
So what about Miles Brennan?
Oh
You think he
man,
could
I'm very
possibly
yeah.
start?
No. Miles Brennan is not going to be playing in the bowl game, from what I understand. Hey, big
Okay.
congratulations to him too, though. He did get engaged. Miles Brennan got engaged, man. So congratulations to him. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's not going to be in the bowl game. But I'm very excited that Brian Kelly was able to get Miles Brennan back. You know, he had talked about maybe leaving, going to Nebraska or Southern Miss through the transfer portal, but Brian Kelly was able to bring him back. I think next year that's going to be a huge presence and on the field and on the team to have a veteran quarterback. So I'm very happy with that.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. Okay, so I'm gonna go through a couple of the players here right quick for both
Mhm.
teams. Just kind of name all some of the best players, guys to watch out for in this matchup. So going back to the quarterback situation, Nussmeier, he is 29 for 57 on the season, which is 50.9%. Passing the ball, he does have 329 passing yards as well, two passing touchdowns. So definitely the quarterback situation is definitely interesting. You know, Nussmeier, Kirkland, it's gonna be interesting for sure. Definitely since there's no Max Johnson in this matchup. Next, starting running back for LSU, Tyrone Davis Price has 1,003 yards on the season, 6 touchdowns. Price is a pretty good running back. Definitely got to watch out for in this matchup. Next guy, this is huge news for LSU, but Kashawn back to LSU. Now, Butte was LSU's best receiver this year. Catches, 509 yards, 43 catches, 489 yards, 3 touchdowns on the season. So now talking about some of LSU's best players. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there is at least 2 players on the defense who has opted out of this game.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes, sir.
Demar Clark, and I think I saw the defensive lineman, I think, as well.
Yes, Neil Farrell. Now going back real quick to the Kashawn Butte thing. I don't know that he's going to be available to play. That's a question. I
Yeah.
do not know, but I will talk as an LSU fan and say that there was talk about him going in that transfer portal to Alabama, And when the news broke that he was staying at LSU, I was extremely happy about that because he is going to be a first round draft pick, very dominant wide receiver, and
Oh
very
yeah.
happy that Brian Kelly was able to keep him at LSU. So very excited about that for sure, man.
Okay, so Clark is not playing this matchup. The defensive lineman not playing this matchup. Is there any more opt outs that you know of not playing in this game?
No, but I'll tell you, one of our top players, Derek Stingley
Yeah,
Jr.
Stingery.
He's yeah,
Also,
he
Elias Ritz not
yeah,
playing either.
yeah.
So
Elias Ricks ended up going to Alabama. Yeah, he
yeah,
ended up
so
in Alabama. But I want to throw this in real quick too. I want to throw this in quick too. Offensive players, be on the lookout for Jack Besh, my boy Jack Besh from St. Thomas More High School in Lafayette, Louisiana. Y'all watch out for Jack Besh, and of course Jeray Jenkins, who caught that touchdown pass against Texas A&M. I think they're gonna have to have big games, for sure.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, to win this game. So yeah, definitely want to throw that in there for sure.
yeah. Okay, so going back to the stats right quick. Now, Clark, who was LSU's best player on defense this year, not playing this matchup. He had 136 tackles, five and a
Yeah,
half sacks, one interception on the season. That's definitely a huge loss for LSU for sure in this matchup. Next guy, linebacker, number 23, Micaiah Bakesfield, 83 tackles, two sacks, one interception. And next
yeah.
guy I wrote down, this guy don't have as many tackles as some of these other guys does. I think this guy's actually fifth or sixth, I think, on the team in tackles. But that is BJ. Now, Crisco, you might have to help me pronounce his name. Starts with an O or
Oh
Jura,
yeah, yeah.
something.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I'm horrible at pronouncing names, but he has 48 tackles, six sacks on the season, so he is LSU's leader in sacks. So
yeah,
now talking about Kansas State, talk about some players to watch out for Kansas State. Their starting quarterback, number 7, Skylar Thompson. He has thrown for 1,854 yards on the season, 68.6 completion percentage, 9 passing touchdowns on the season. Next guy right here, hands down, best player on Kansas State's team. He's the leading rusher, and he's also second on the team in passing yards as well. But that is Deuce Vaughn. I think
yeah.
he's like 5'5", 5'6", pretty small guy. But he's a very good football player. But Deuce Vaughn has 214 carries for 1,258 yards, 15 rushing touchdowns on the season. Kansas State's best receiver is number 88, Phillip Brooks, 38 catches, 474 yards, two touchdowns on the season. And also, Deuce Ball, the running back, is second on the team in passing yards. He has 47 catches, 471 yards, three passing touchdowns on the season. So now I'm talking about some of Kansas State's best players. Kansas State just had a couple of pretty good linebackers, it looks like. First guy is Daniel Green, number 22. He has 83 tackles, three sacks on the season. Next guy, number 55, Cody Fletcher, 69 tackles, one sack, one interception. And then this guy was the one you was talking about earlier, Crisco, number
Yeah.
91, defensive end, Felix. Let's see how you pronounce that name. Adokai Uzama. He
Yeah,
has 50 tackles, but 11 sacks on the season. 11
yeah.
sacks in one season is pretty impressive. So I guess next question I have for you, Crisco, is
Mhm.
now I did see LSU is supposed to have all 5 starting offensive linemen in this matchup. So what do you think LSU's game plan is to stop Felix,
Just
the defensive end?
put our best lineman on him. I think I'm gonna tell you what I think we're gonna do. Is what we're gonna have to do. Okay, so the keys to the game. I mean, we can see that Kansas State got a running back. So they're gonna try to run the ball on us,
Oh yeah. Hmm.
especially with our with Farrell and Clark out of there. They're gonna
Oh
try to
yeah.
run the
Hmm.
ball. And as far as us, what we're gonna have to do is with a quarterback that has never taken a snap, we're gonna have to try to get our running game going. Maybe work a little screen, a couple of screens there. Give it to Ty Davis Price. Who's a we've
Yeah.
had our games this year where we're able to run the ball well. Against Florida, we ran the ball real well. That was specifically, but I think it's gonna be a close game. I mean, you have a 6-6 and a 7-5 team, and one thing I want to say though, when you have these games like this, these situations, in some of the smaller bowl games, you'll see a lot of these bigger players opting out,
Yeah. Hmm.
for the draft and all. But if you look at the bright side, it kind of allows you to start looking towards next year. So we'll get to see some guys that'll make plays in these games that me and you didn't even mention in this video.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
so that's the optimistic thing, and that's kind of what I'm looking to see. I'm looking towards next year, towards Brian Kelly coming in, getting back
Yeah.
to
Kind of seeing the future for next
that,
year
right,
a little
and
bit.
hopefully doing like you guys, man, getting back to a New Year's Day bowl. That's what I'm hoping for the Tigers next year. Get fired up.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. So next question I have is
Mhm.
now. What do you think LSU is doing this game? Do you kind of think LSU is going to be running the ball a lot, maybe passing? But since since Max Johnson's not playing this matchup, I mean, I think you pretty much have two options of Nussmeier, which has completed 51% of his passes this year, or
Mhm.
Kirkland, who has not played quarterback at all this year. I mean, so you kind of think LSU is going to run the ball 75% of the time, or
Well, I'll
if they
tell you.
if they do pass, you think somebody just kind of like little receiver screens, slants, just kind of short plays, or what's your
Well,
thoughts on that?
I'll tell you what I think. I'll tell you. Okay, so interim coach is going to be Brad Davis, who's the offensive line coach. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's a good thing. If he's going to be an interim coach, he knows the offensive line. He knows about running the ball. I think it's gonna be a run. I think it's gonna be a run oriented game. I mean, we got a quarterback that hasn't even thrown a pass. And I think Kirkland, if he does get the start, he's gonna be doing some scrambling. um, it's going to be interesting. I mean, you never know. These types of things
mm-mm.
happen. You have a situation where you may have a guy that comes in and makes a name for himself. A guy that you never heard even play quarterback. You never know. I mean, but if logic says, yeah, we're going to try to run the ball on them. That's what logic tells me. Run the screens, run the short passes, the slants. Like I said, hit Jack Besh. Hit that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting pretty much a low scoring game. A ball, run the clock, run the offense, run the clock, and
Yeah.
play some defense. That's what I'm expecting. A low scoring game. We'll see.
Okay. So next question I have for you: what is your keys to victory for LSU or Kansas State?
Okay.
What is it going to take in this matchup for either team to win?
Well, it's going to take us being able to run the ball. uh, stop
Yeah.
these stop these guys that we're talking about. Uzama, 6'3", 252-pound defensive end.
Yeah.
Uh, 7 sacks. I mean, and stop Vaughn. So yeah, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take us, stopping these guys and running the ball. Having playing good sound football, not making any turnovers, forcing some turnovers, and just you know making our field goals, making doing points are going to be tough to come by. This is going to be a
Yeah.
battle.
Mhm.
This. This is going to be a tough one. Oh, also want to say this, man. This is another interesting thing. So, from an LSU fan's perspective, so LSU basketball, because me and you, we follow it all year round.
Yeah.
LSU basketball. We had a rough one last night against Auburn, but Tuesday night is going to be a big night for LSU basketball. You got Dale Brown. I believe they're going to name the court after Dale Brown. We'll be playing Kentucky. So you're going to have all that going on Tuesday night. You got the bowl game.
Yeah.
You got LSU. You got LSU renaming. I think that's what they're doing. They're renaming the court after Dale Brown. He was the coach when Shaq was here.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
I actually met him, by the way, once, man. A real nice fella. I took a picture with him. Real nice dude, man. And so you got a lot going on. I think the keys to victory, like I said, we got to go out there and fight for the win. That's all to it. I kind of wish Coach O would have been there, but I understand. Things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so final question I have for you is your score prediction. Now I will say, wait just a second. Okay, so LSU is averaging 27.1 points per game. Kansas State is averaging 26.3. So pretty close there. Now the up and under, I believe, is around 54, 55 points. So what is your score prediction in this matchup? Who do you have winning?
Of course, you got to go with them Tigers.
I should have saw that coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Tigers. I'm gonna go like 24, and we're gonna go Kansas State like 17, something like that. I think it's gonna be a hard fought game. Like I said, especially if you're a diehard LSU fan for sure, like myself, really looking towards. You always want to get a win. I don't care what.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care where you at in football or sports. I don't care if you in a zero-win team. You always want to get a win. Okay, so definitely want to finish this season with a win, and also scouting and looking towards next season at what we got. So that's what
I agree with you.
Hoping to see on Tuesday night in this Texas Bowl.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, that's all the questions I have for you, man. Hey, really appreciate you doing this. So, guys, that is going to be it for the video. So, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment if you're a LSU fan, Kansas State fan. No matter what team you root for, I want to hear y'all's thoughts and opinions on this matchup as well. But that's all I have. So thanks again for watching. See y'all next video. Hotty toddy.
And go Tigers.
Okay, y'all have a good one.
Later.